In the world of motorsport, speed and power have always been in the spotlight, but beyond the usual racing tracks, there exists an entire universe of unique machines that challenge the laws of physics and the concept of what a car is. From giant monsters to extravagant designs, in this video, we will meet those who are not afraid to break the rules and create something completely unique. These cars not only capture the imagination but also set ambitious goals, striving for new records and achievements. You are greatly mistaken if you think a truck is the largest vehicle. Now you will see giants whose bodies can load a couple dozen trucks at once. Incredible sizes, load capacity, and wheels as tall as a lamppost. Liberty 282B. In first place, we have the largest truck in the world. The Liberty 282B mining dump truck. First presented at the International Exhibition in Munich in April 2004. Let's go over its technical specifications. The maximum operating weight of the machine is 600 tons, with a load capacity of 363 tons. The weight of the machine is 252 tons, with a height of 8 meters, a width of 9.5 meters, and a length of 15 meters. The maximum speed is 64 kilometers per hour, and the fuel tank capacity is 4,730 liters. Such a giant is used in open-pit mining because it is more cost-effective to use for such operations. Coal, copper, iron, and gold mines and quarries in the USA, South Africa, and Chile are the places that most need such machinery. Without a single experimental model, the machine went straight into mass production. Komatsu. 930 times 10 to the power of 4. The second place goes to the Komatsu mining dump truck. 930 times 10 to the power of 4, with an electromechanical transmission. The machine can carry up to 291 tons of cargo. The maximum speed is 64 kilometers per hour. Dimensions. Length is 15 meters, width is 9 meters, height is 8 meters. A high-performance and easy-to-maintain machine. Caterpillar, 790 CNF. And continuing the series of the largest machines is the mining dump truck produced by Caterpillar. As of today, the 797F is one of the most widely used dump trucks on the planet and number one in popularity in the USA and Western countries, thanks to improvements in safety, performance, maintenance convenience, and comfort. It ensures minimal cost per ton when transporting any materials. It was introduced into operation in 2008. Let's briefly go over the technical specifications. With 9.5 meters, length 15 meters, height 7.5 meters, fuel tank capacity 3,785 liters. Maximum speed 68 kilometers per hour. Payload capacity 363 tons. Gross weight 623 tons. Rosenbauer Buffalo Extreme. Now let's move away from the mining giants and take a look at the largest fire truck presented by Rosenbauer. This vehicle was specifically designed for the safe and reliable transportation of large volumes of water across the most challenging terrains where there is no hydrant network or water source. For example, deserts. It can hold 33 tons of water. Despite its weight of 68 tons, the vehicle can accelerate up to 65 kilometers per hour. Indeed, driving on uneven roads, sand, or simply across rough terrain poses absolutely no problems. For the all-wheel drive system, with planetary axles and differential locks, on the contrary, the more challenging the road, the more apparent the advantage of the Buffalo becomes. Its dimensions are 13 meters in length, 3.5 meters in width, and 4 meters in height. When there is a need to supply water under high pressure, the vehicle handles it easily, as its pump can transfer 6,000 liters of water per minute at a pressure of 10 bar. Terex Titan. In 1974, the Canadian company Terex created a dump truck that became the largest and most powerful vehicle for many years in the world. The Terex Titan, as it was called, had 3 axles, weighed 235 tons, and could carry 350 tons of cargo. From 1974 to 1991, this giant was used in various operations. Its impressive size is awe-inspiring. It measures 20 meters in length, 7 meters in height, and with the bed raised, this figure reaches 17 meters. When fully loaded, the vehicle could reach a maximum speed of 48 kilometers per hour. Its movement was powered by an END diesel-electric power unit, created by GM's engine division. This unit used a 16-cylinder V16 diesel engine. with an impressive displacement of 170 liters, borrowed from a railroad locomotive. With a power output of 2,460 kilowatts, complemented by 4 electric motors, one for each rear wheel. With 1992, this vehicle has been displayed as a historical monument in the Canadian city of Sparwood. Peterson Museum. Now let's visit the museum and take a look at some outstanding racing cars you haven't heard of. In Los Angeles on Wilshire Boulevard, there is the massive Peterson Automotive Museum, a true dream for any car enthusiast. It occupies 4 floors of a former commercial building. The museum features an impressive collection of 100 cars, carefully grouped into 25 thematic categories. This means that the exhibition is not just a collection of cars, but a well-thought-out and diverse selection that allows you to appreciate automobiles from different perspectives. Overall, the museum is one of the largest and most significant automotive museums in the world, a must-visit for anyone interested in the history and development of car manufacturing. Shelby Cobra 289. The first exhibit we will look at is the 1964 Shelby Cobra 289. This model is a vivid example of how California's racing history is closely linked with the name Carroll Shelby. The exhibition features a Cobra in the FIA version, specially prepared for European races. To comply with regulations, modifications were made to it. A more slanted windshield, different optics, and a modified trunk shape. It was in such a car that Dan Gurney attempted to conquer the Targa Florio track in 1964. He set a lap record but finished only 8th. Shelby Super Snake. Another stunning dragster Shelby Super Snake. From 1968 belonged to the legendary Californian racer Don Prudhomme, known as the Snake. Prudhomme, being an experienced racer and team owner, achieved numerous victories in drag racing. In those days, when drivers sat behind the engine, literally bathing in the smoke from burning tires. The dragster, from 1968, became one of his most successful cars. At that time, most competitors used powerful Chrysler Hemi engines with hemispherical combustion chambers. However, Don took a risk and installed a Ford racing engine, which was banned from participating in NASCAR. This bold decision, and it became the key to his success on the track. Mercury Marauder. In 1964. In 1964, Ford released the Mercury Marauder, which became the pinnacle of the large Mercury lineup. Appearing at the end of 1963, the car featured an impressive 6-liter V8 engine, delivering 353 horsepower. Notably, even this large car had a sports modification. The legendary Parnelli Jones used it to participate in races. Miller 122. The Miller 122-924 is a racing car created by the famous Harry Miller, representing an even more rare model. The number 122 denotes the displacement of the inline 8-cylinder engine in cubic inches, developed by Miller. After the introduction of the 2-liter racing regulations in the USA, the compact engine allowed for the creation of a very narrow and aerodynamic car, which won the prestigious Indy 500 in 1923 and claimed victory in many other competitions. Curtis Craft Midget, 1947. Have you heard of the famous Midget series in the USA, which is also quite well known in Russia, where drivers compete in compact and simple, yet fast cars? Well, such cars were used in America as far back as the 1940s. This particular model was manufactured by Frank Curtis's company, one of the most renowned racing designers of that time. Technical specifications: 4-cylinder engine, Hilborn fuel injection, estimated power of 145 horsepower, Offenhauser in-out transmission, drum brakes on all 4 wheels, front tubular axle with torsion bars and radius rods, Hallebrand quick-change rear axle with torsion bars and radius rods. Ollie Bronco. The 1971 Ollie Bronco is the ancestor of modern rally raid buggies, which was raced by Parnelli Jones himself. Although he preferred asphalt, legend has it that the raid team owner Bill Stropp just played a prank on Parnelli. As a result, he first broke the all-wheel drive Bronco, and then suggested creating a rear-wheel drive prototype. In a lightweight car with a tubular frame and a plastic body, the partners won the famous Baja race. The Baja 1000 in 1970 and 1971. Continuing with the theme of racing, let's take a look at a selection of the most amazing, crazy, and extraordinary racing cars that attempted to conquer the Dakar Rally. Vespa P200F. In 1980, the well-known scooter manufacturer Vespa sent 4 Piaggio Vespa P200e scooters to the start of the Dakar. This model was produced from 1972 to 1979, it had 12 horsepower and a top speed of 116 kilometers per hour. All of them were meticulously prepared to conquer the Sahara. 2 of them succeeded. However, by the time they finished, the race was already over. Rolls-Royce Corniche. Even the luxurious Rolls-Royce once participated in the Dakar. And the reason for this was a serious bet. In 1981, racer Thierry de Montgorge, while with friends, made a bet and decided to cover the entire distance of the rally marathon in his Rolls-Royce Corniche. To prepare the car for the race, a safety cage was installed, the drivetrain was modified using Toyota components, and the engine was replaced with a more powerful one. A 350 horsepower engine from Chevrolet. They even had to get rid of the built-in minibar. Despite good performance in the Dakar, Thierry de Montgorge and Yvon Rolls were disqualified for a regulation violation while competing for the 13th position. Mercedes-Benz 450 SLC. In 1984, drivers Jochen Mass and Albert Fuel chose to use a Mercedes-Benz 450 SLC, equipped with an 8-cylinder engine. Such a choice might have seemed unreasonable. Nevertheless, the athletes managed to finish the race, which is an achievement not even accessible to specially prepared off-road vehicles. As a result, Jochen Mass finished in 62nd place and Albert Fuel in 44th. Considering the characteristics of the cars used by the participants, the results achieved can be considered quite respectable. Citroën DS. In 1980, the French athlete Bertrand Ronson decided to participate in the Paris-Dakar Rally with a Citroën DS, which at the time was very popular due to its reliable hydropneumatic suspension capable of handling difficult terrain. Ronson independently prepared the racing prototype under modest conditions. Despite this, the car demonstrated commendable results in the competition and successfully completed the rally. Paris-Dakar. Citroën 2CV. Despite its considerable age, having been released in 1963, this French car participated in the world's largest rally raid for the first time only in 2007. The crew, consisting of the Marquez brothers, unfortunately, was only able to complete 4 stages of the competition. The reason for withdrawing from the race was a rear suspension failure. The Porsche company, known for its sleek sports cars, is traditionally associated with racing tracks. However, as it turned out, cars of this brand are capable of delivering impressive results even off-road. In 1984, the company introduced the 953 model, a modified all-wheel drive version of the 911 SC, which won the Dakar Rally. This success was sensational. The following year, 3 Porsche 959 cars were unable to finish the Dakar due to technical problems. But in 1986, Porsche once again achieved triumphs in Dakar, taking 1st and 2nd places, as well as 5th place with 3 prototypes equipped with turbocharging and ABS. This result was especially impressive, considering that out of 488 race participants, only 67 crews finished. Lada Samara T3. The Soviet car VAZ-2108 participated in the prestigious Dakar Rally Marathon, demonstrating impressive results. In 1990, it finished 7th, and the following year improved its result to 5th place. It is worth noting that the prototype model also participated in other international rallies. In 1990, it took 2nd place in the Tunisia Rally, and in 1991, it won the Faroes Rally. It should be emphasized that the production car was significantly modified for competition. The engine was replaced with a power unit from Porsche, and the suspension was developed by specialists from the Tupolev plant. As a result, a unique version of the VAZ-2108 was created. With a power of 400 horsepower, we have reached the finale of our journey through the world of the biggest, most outstanding, amazing, and crazy cars. Each exhibit is a masterpiece of engineering art. They remind us that the limits of what is possible exist only in our imagination, and that a passion for speed and innovation can lead to the creation of true wonders. We hope you have felt the full power and beauty of these unique machines. Thank you for being with us. See you next time.